people are like, oh, JJK season 3 is coming out. Oh, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
So like, I feel nothing. Oh, this is gonna be my gateway to sports. It's not.
I think that the way you describe the plot perfectly describes Red the Monkey Man.
You know what? I'm gonna be gay now. Magic goes wrong, and then I'm like, that's it. That's the show.
Da-da-da.
I wrote that for a test last time. I'm gonna kill you. You crying? This is my sad backstory.
I mean,
Hello, this is another episode of Alvin Talks. I finally have an intro after 3 episodes because I couldn't think of the title for the first 2. So yeah, I have another friend that I want to talk about anime about. What's your name?
my name is Aaron. I am someone that likes anime. Yes.
Alright, don't be nervous.
I'm a Superman.
I guess to start, easy question first. What anime have you watched? Can be anything recent, can be anything in the past.
Let's start with the past, because I think my first introduction to anime was actually, I think, One Punch Man.
You watched One Punch Man?
Yeah,
Like-
but that was like long ago, like way before 2020. I think when the pandemic hit, that's when I started to get more into anime. The anime that actually got me hooked was actually My Hero.
My Hero Academia.
Yeah, I binged all 4 seasons.
All
of
4 seasons.
Yeah.
So not the recent any of the recent seasons.
No, I did watch the other seasons, like season 5 and 6. Not yet
Okay.
season 7.
Okay.
As well as Attack on Titan. And then once I moved past the more popular ones, I started to branch more into other non-popular ones, like what is that one? Like any recent ones, like Sakamoto Days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, my friend, you introduced me to Eminence
Oh
in Shadow.
yeah, Eminence in Shadow. Yeah. Okay.
As well as Fate Zero, but I haven't even touched on it yet.
Haven't touched. Okay. Let's actually just talk about the Chainsaw Man movie that
Sure.
we've watched. Actually, how is it for you first?
I think in terms of visuals alone, firstly, is probably the best that I've ever seen. Very beautiful animation. I think the animators gave it their all in this one, and more importantly, because I've already read the story, I know what to expect. But seeing it animated form makes me appreciate the story even more. And overall, it was a very solid movie. No complaints.
Yeah, for me, because for me it's like, oh, it's an amazing movie, especially coming from the Demon Slayer movie, because I really also know, like, okay, yeah, I really like Chainsaw Man way better than Demon Slayer, so I'm most likely gonna like this movie. In terms of like that chapter specifically, like I remember like reading that chapter earlier, and then like way before like Chainsaw Man like came out. Actually, no, once Chainsaw Man the anime came out, I started reading the manga, and once I got to that chapter, I was like, I don't know, my feeling felt the most like meh.
Yeah.
Like okay, new character Reze, oh, she dies, you know, like it's like that kind of feeling, you know, when like you're kind of introduced to a character but they get killed off too quickly, and you kind of like not connect with the character that much. And I'm like, I don't know, this movie just elevated the feeling. Like I really felt more for the character's death, and also like I feel like I connected more with the character, especially because like I don't know, it's like the difference between like translating it from like it's literally the same. The difference is like it's really like the same story if we think about it. Like the anime literally just converted to the manga translated to anime form is literally just like we're following the exact same steps, the exact same story, but like I don't know, I just felt like I connected with like Reze as a character more like in the anime compared to like reading the manga. I don't know, so it's it's a strange feeling because it's like I really didn't care much for Reze, but lately after the movie I'm like, oh, gotta get her Nendroid now because she's so freaking good. She's
About time you get figurine.
yeah, but I was like, I don't know. I'm just kind of also waiting for Reze to come up in like part 2 or like part 3.
Yes,
Like characters, like I really wanted them to come back, especially like since they're such good characters. But I also like I don't know. I just like basing off how the story is going in part 2. Yeah, I'm not sure how are they gonna bring them back. Even though I know Fujimoto's gonna bring them back in some way, shape, or form. Yeah.
I think overall I'm quite excited for season 2.
Yeah,
Hopefully-
season 2. Season 2.
Yes, because now that we've already managed to establish how much the anime can elevate the source material. I think going forward, I hope that they do a lot more with season 2. Because season 1 was more like an
Season 2 is
introduction.
gonna be the Makima arc, right?
International Assassins.
Yeah. Sorry, with my throat. Yeah.
And Makima
International Assassins, and then also the Makima. What's that called? The Makima arc. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be adapted.
And then the final arc.
Yeah, 4-part 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think they can do it in like 12 episodes? It's quite short, right?
Yeah, but also seeing as how I think internationally it's like the JJK thing where it's like internationally Chainsaw Man is a huge hit, but in terms of like Japan it's like not as big a hit because it's like even Japan is like such a cult following, so maybe they might push back a little bit, which is also a bit sad, but also kind of like okay, just wait till the animators, animate and then take their time, and we don't want anything rushed.
Yeah, because they are also moving back to JJK after this.
Yeah, because they have the recent one is JJK season 3.
Which is starting in January.
Yeah, which is also starting January, which I'm pretty sure that will take up like most of like everybody's For You page by then.
You already know how much season 2 has impacted people.
Yeah.
You just had to be there when the episodes came out during the Shibuya arc.
But I think like going back to like the Chainsaw Man movie, I think like rewatching this movie, I know it's not rewatching. Like watching this movie made me think like, oh yeah, this like really set it up a lot of like Easter eggs for part 2.
Yes.
Like especially in terms of like, oh, Reze asking him about going to school, and then like I guess like also like being more human, I guess. And also like I don't know the fact that like Reze was like Reze like as the the part demon part human kind of thing, like also the international hunters, because we already know like we know that most of the international hunters are also kind of like Reze in a sense. It was like really like part 2. This movie just like really sets up a lot of things for both part 2 and the next season.
Yeah. But how long do you have to wait for that? Between 3 years at least.
I think either 3 or 2 years, because I know that they're like really focusing a lot on like Chainsaw Man as like the animation portion is like I'm pretty sure they want to get like the head right, especially.
But also they need to focus on JJK as well.
Yeah. Also, whatever like other projects that Mappa is cooking up behind the scenes, we don't know.
Yeah. I believe the director for season 3 is the same as season 2. I believe. For JJK.
For JJK.
Yeah.
Do you like JJK?
I mean like I think overall mostly focus on its action, but I think its story is also good if you really focus more on the lore. If you don't, other than that, if you don't focus much on the lore, then it kind of looks like it's just made for the plot is just made for to progress the action.
Yeah, because like to me, JJK is like I watch like a lot of friends recommended me because of course I JJK. I'm like I like season 1. Season 1 was a great season, and then season 1 part 2 came out, and I think that was one of the best seasons of JJK, especially with that like the the school games, or is it like the battle royale kind of thing? But I'm also like, oh, sorry, okay, don't touch the mic just in case. But then also like, I don't know. When I watch season 2, I don't know why, but like I still have a very hard time, like, because when I'm watching something, I feel like I want to try to at least connect with at least one character, or like I find one character that's A, interesting, or B, like, haha, funny. JJK has, to me at least, it's one of those shows that I don't know why I couldn't connect with any of the characters.
Either Gojo or something.
No, not even Gojo. I just like Gojo is like, to me, it's just the haha, I am powerful. Like he, like even like the, like even all like the, like all the gifts and all that, like the what's that, the English one is like you crying, or like the or like the what's that one, the chibi one is like bukurasu, like I'm gonna kill you, that one, like that one like gif. I'm like, I don't know, I still can't like connect Gojo as a character. Even though I really seen like the
Manga?
No, I've seen the, what's it called? The Gojo. The one that the girl shot in the head. That one. I already finished that part, and now I'm like on the Shibuya arc.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, I feel like none of the characters are still like very blank to me.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Like what's Itadori's goal? It's just to get the Sukuna out of his body, right?
Yeah.
But I also don't know why, but like the only thing that you feel pity for, like in terms of like him as a character, is like, oh, he lost his grandfather.
Yeah.
In like the first episode, and then like you learn nothing else about him.
I think it's like what you're saying is that the characters are just going with the flow.
Yeah.
They just they are mostly reacting to the environment.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, there's a big demon. Oh my god, there's the finger. Oh my god, there's the thing. It's sort of like, oh, like you don't really get to know them as characters.
Yeah, they're not proactive.
Yeah, unless you're considered like actually, like, the thing about it, the only character that we like really somewhat like know as a character is Panda.
And yeah.
Yeah, because like that one episode where like they were talking, like Panda fight with the machine guy, the one inside the tub, which also is actually like the second character that I quite like because of the robot. But also like in terms of like characters that we know, like their backstory, their like characterization, blah blah blah. It's like the only one that we really know is Panda.
Yeah.
And like we know nothing else. Like even that what's that guy? The one with like the suit.
Toji?
No. That's the clapping guy. The guy with like the Nami. No, Nami, is that his name? Is that like the glasses? Yeah, the glasses guy. And like that guy's like kind of interesting because it's like kind of take a spin on like kind of like Gojo, but then opposite, like in a sense. Like he's like, I hate everything that I do. Instead of Gojo's like, I like to kill it. I guess like I like to kill people, like kill stuff, I guess. But like, I don't know, I also don't feel much for him as a character.
Yeah, even though that episode 18 one.
The one in season, yeah, we're like,
really, yeah.
No.
Yeah, same man. I wasn't really feeling.
Yeah, that's why like, it's hard for me to watch like JJK because it really just what's the stake? Like what's the emotion that I'm supposed to like feel for these characters? Like, oh no, they lost somebody. Oh no, they don't. But I also like, I don't know, I just feel like very blank. Like none of the characters I can connect to at all.
But if you're here for like mostly
the action, right? Which is like one of the parts that I agree. Like that's like literally selling point for like any anime that's popular nowadays. It's just the high class animation. Yeah.
I think what JJK does best, at least that makes it unique, is that I think it really does best in making an entire lore about the plot just being there for the sake of action. Does that make sense?
So like,
even though the plot is really just
very simple, but then the action is done very well.
Somehow I feel like I think after Shibuya, I think they just went all in on the plot and just accepted the fact that this is just a simple plot, and then they decide to make an entire lore about that fact.
That fact, yeah.
And so, have you read the manga?
No, I have not read the manga. I've only seen like the, it's impossible to get away from what's that called? Manga JJK spoilers, especially as they were like coming out and like up to the end already.
Wait, so have you heard of the Gojo versus Sukuna?
Yeah, I already know that one.
Okay.
I already know that one.
I think that's probably the only fight I think pretty much all of us are looking forward to, which is but it's only after like season 3, season 4 and 5 or something. But it's very long.
Yeah, but I'm also like, I don't know, I just like, people are like, oh, JJK season 3 is coming out, oh, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
I feel nothing. Like even, okay, like also like taking a step back, like the villains are like the most simple villains.
Yeah, over the top.
Like, no, they're like very simple also. Like, we want to revive Sukuna. Like, okay. And then some of them is like, what's the friend of Gojo's name? What's the friend of Gojo?
Monkey Man?
Okay, whatever. The guy with the brain thingy.
Yeah, he's playing Monkey Man.
Okay, like, his goal is to, like, spread the...
Ghetto.
Yeah, ghetto, right? It's like to spread the world with spirits, let them run free, and then like whoever survives. Like the battle of the fittest, essentially.
It's a bit like Kenjaku.
Yeah, but I'm like also just like, like okay, sure. I said like they're like, and also they don't even have like a backstory that I don't know. It's just such an important thing, like backstories and like the characterization. That's like that makes their goals feel very like normal.
Yeah, but not during the fights though. Not like Demon Slayer.
I mean, it's like at least they do it properly. Where it's like, at least it's like that one's like I can understand. Like I think Panda's one, like going back like as an example, like Panda versus the robot guy. At least like they put the backstory when they're like
resting.
You see like, oh, Panda's getting like he lost his arms, right, at like one point or something like that. Then he's like almost like fainted, like Pokemon, and I'm like, then he's like trying to remember something about his past, and I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, that one makes sense. Not like Demon Slayer's way of fighting against the demons. Oh my god.
Yeah. But overall, are you looking forward to season 3?
I might just read. I literally just might watch the clips. I seriously, after season 2, I cannot like watch JJK unless it's like clips or like people talking about it. That's literally all my total 2 cents on JJK season 3.
Also, I think the community is gonna go back into its own like Lobotomi Kaisen. I feel like the community is gonna overhype this again.
Yeah.
That's why I prefer to stay away and just stay away from like online.
Just read the manga.
And just like
just become a manga reader. Just read the manga.
I'll just watch it on my own own terms and just form my own opinions, because it's easy to like get swayed away by other people's opinions.
Yeah, especially if something like JJK where it's like everybody must feel this, everybody must do and feel something for this character, even though it's like the most like okay character.
If you were with the community during season 2, you already know how it's like.
Yeah. So what anime like have you watched like recently?
When I check my anime list as well. So I did watch all of Attack on Titan. Oh yeah, I also watched Haikyuu, all 4 seasons.
Oh yeah, how was Haikyuu? Like in terms of like story
wise? It's quite simple because it's just mostly about, at its core, it's mostly just about a group of misfits trying to win a 2 volleyball. But I think the author took that core story and explored it through a lot of simple but very heartfelt themes such as friendship. Yes, power friendship, but it's power friendship, family bonds, struggles, daily struggles like family drama and stuff like that. But it ties those teams together very well during like its matches, and I think Haikyuu at its best is trying to say that you should try to work together as a team to form better relationships with people, so that along the way they can help you in ways that you might not have ever thought of. And I think that's why it holds a special place in my heart, especially since it's around sports.
How many? Sorry, my voice. Having a sore throat. God damn it. How many seasons are there actually in this one?
Four seasons.
4 seasons?
Yeah, as well as a movie.
Oh, I thought there would be. I thought there was like an 8 season kind of thing, especially with like their popularity and all that stuff.
There are 2 episodes. There are 2 seasons. First 2 seasons are 25 episodes. Third season is 10 episodes because it's only focused on one entire match. And then
wait, one season is just one match?
10 episodes.
10 episodes.
Yeah.
One match.
Yeah. I think that's all I have to say about it. I don't want to spoil it.
Do they like? How do they like? Like, do they like? The guy hits the ball and they're like are about to hit the ball and it's like, this is my sad backstory.
Not really.
Do they do that?
No, not really.
Do they do
Actually,
that?
a fun fact about Haikyuu is that this volleyball, it's not like other anime where it's like mostly over exaggerated. Haikyuu is actually very realistic in its in the way that it explains his tactics, because the author actually did play volleyball before. So he uses that knowledge to not only educate the viewer on how volleyball works, but also the different methods that volleyball players use that is not well known among the audience. And in fact, I think I must admit that this season made me understand volleyball a lot more than even just searching about it as well. I think if you really want to learn volleyball, honestly, just watch Haikyuu. Really, I'm not even joking.
How many characters are there? Because usually this kind of sports anime is usually a lot of characters, right?
10 main characters with
10 main characters.
Yeah, with 2 to 3 other side characters that were also given their spotlight.
Are they kind of like touch and go? Like they join the team for a while and then they not, that kind of thing?
No, they stick with the team as well, but they do have episodes where they get their time to shine as well. And I also appreciate that part of Haikyuu as well. Yeah, okay. Also JJK Zero.
Oh yeah, JJK Zero is such a good movie.
Yeah, Utah.
Actually, yeah. Now that I think about it, There's actually just one. There's JJK's The Zero movie. I don't know why, but it made me tear up because it actually was, to give some context, JJK Zero was actually the first introduction to JJK, so I actually watched it somewhat correctly, like the timeline, and I don't know, that movie made me like slightly tear up because that like was that Utah, right? That Utah backstory was so good.
And now it's gonna be back in season 2.
Yeah, I know he's gonna be back after like after going back to, is it Africa? Did he go to Africa or like some country that I remember? That's how they explain like, oh yeah, that's why Utah is not in season 1 and season 2 because he was like in Africa or something like that.
Just chilling or something?
No, he was killing like demons or something. I don't know, curses, not demons. Demons. Also like in terms of like, I think also like Utah's like curse is one of the most interesting ones because it's also quite simple but also quite powerful at the same time.
Do you think Utah has a lot more character?
Yes.
Do you relate, like we talked about earlier, right?
Yes, yeah, about relatability of the character. Yeah, I think.
Besides Panda.
Yeah, besides Panda, yeah, I actually agree. Like
I think it's the
Utah is actually one of those characters who actually have a great backstory and actually have good characterization rather than Yuji again.
Just slandering Yuji.
Yeah, because I still can't stand the fact that Yuji is the only thing that we know about Yuji is that he fights and his grandfather basically asked him to be nice to others. Where's his mother? I know we know like some stuff, we figure out some stuff at the end about like his mother and father or something like that. But really like that's like the most like literally like the most blank slate character. Like you could like make yourself an OC and then like really just that's your character. It's like just Yuji.
And not to mention that for the entire story, is that Yuji's first year? Is Yuji still a first year JJK High School?
I think so. I think yeah, it's like it's like the My Hero thing where it's like it's all happening in one whole because he's severe and like oh shit, it's like really like everything starts at year one. Like think about like what if they have to do this again in year two?
And not to mention 3 times because they have 3 years.
Yeah, because they have 3 years. It's like poly.
I okay wish that more stories advance the characters over the years a bit. Like a bit of a time skip.
I mean, but then like I guess I know because of the leaks the JJK they kind of did have what comes after JJK because I already know like Yuta actually is it Yuta in Gojo's body or is it Gojo in Yuta's body?
Gojo's body and Yuta, I think.
No, because like they fuse.
Yeah, they fuse.
Right? Using the brain. This is what happens if you only read like spoilers. Like if I'm not wrong, they fuse with the brain thing that happened to Geto.
Yeah.
And then now like is it Yuta that has the power also of
Yuta has the power.
Yuta has the power of Gojo.
Yeah.
With Yuta is also the ghost thingy, right?
But it's only temporary.
It's only temporarily, but I also know that he won in the end.
Yeah, he won.
In terms of like he got children and he grew old with the green haired glasses girl that I cannot remember.
Oh, Maki.
Yeah. They got married and they got old or something like that.
Now that you mention it, I think
yeah, they have kids. That's why they.
No, I mean like that. I think many manga readers are looking forward to the Maki fight versus the Toji clan. I heard they say that the fight is so badass, so I'm quite interested to see what they cook.
Well, you've been watching, man.
Okay. Also watch Look Back.
The Tatsuki Fujimoto one. Yeah. Actually, like in terms of like his other side projects, I'm actually quite excited for like Tatsuki Fujimoto's the
17.
the one that all 7 stories that he written right before he made Chainsaw Man and is it Fire Punch? Yeah, Fire Punch. That one. I'm really excited for the Nayuta one. Because I love the Nayuta one so much.
You're just waiting for Nayuta to get animated.
Yeah. No, the Nayuta, then the Nayuta one, the one that's like with the
horns.
Yeah, the one that the girl's like blood, eye drops, and then like blood splatter, World War. You know that one. I don't know why. Like that story was like such a good read. Because it was like apparently like also had like some connections with the Nayuta in part 2. And I was actually, you want to know a funny story about that one? I wrote that for a test last time.
Oh wow.
I wrote, so like in secondary school I had to write, for one of my tests I had to write about like, write a story and then it started with these words and I don't know how was I able to write these words up to like I basically novelized that chapter of Tatsuki Fujimoto into a word form under 100 words. No, under 150 words. And I got like 90 something for that test, I remember.
Oh,
and then my friends were like, oh my god, like when my friends were like, oh my god, how did you get like 90? I'm like, but that's and then I told my closest friend, I was like, you know why? Because I told 2 of my closest friends, I'm like, you know why? Because I remember like I read the manga and then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna write this. I'm gonna novelize this. And they got me 90. I'm like, nice.
Wow.
And then my friend who was like, because we have a friend who's like really likes like Chainsaw Man fanatic, and we're like, don't tell him. Because he's also like a Tatsuki Fujimoto fanatic too. And I'm like, oh yeah, this will definitely make him mad. Because it was such like, I don't know, that story to me is like one of the best. Because I also read all the, I think I read, because I have the manga for that one, and I read like some of the stories, and I don't know, the other stories to me don't connect as much. Like there's one mermaid one, there's one also the what's it called? The guy, it's like there's a couple, and then the boyfriend turns into a girl. And then like basically it's like this whole story like revolving around like how this girl has to accept now that his boyfriend is now a girl. And then like there was like this scene where it's like I think I remember something was like, you know what, I'm gonna be gay now. I'm just gonna be a lesbian and just see how it goes. Like basically just like that. I don't know, this go beyond the stars. I'm like, oh, okay. And there's also one that's like a nude painter one. I'm just not gonna get into that one.
Yeah, I did see the panels with that. No,
Kind of excited though. Kind of excited. It looks really well animated.
When is it coming out?
I think next year. I think must be January. January is very stacked.
Yeah, I mean, we still have no Chainsaw Man Part 2.
But I mean, like, okay, like now I know it's like we have JJK season 3.
Yeah.
We also have in January we also have a Reze Arc, I think is also coming out, and Fate is coming out in January. So it's another Fate project, so that's definitely going to be very popular. And I think also My Hero Academia is continuing the final season. So you're gonna be very stacked. Oh yeah, also Vigilantes is coming back in October. So it's gonna...
I also watched Mob Psycho.
Okay.
Have you watched that?
No.
I think you should.
I heard good things about it though.
It's 3 seasons long. It's only 12 episodes each. So, and it's a very simple story.
Okay.
But it's like the art style is very like it's all 2D, not 3D.
Okay.
So I think that's one of the. Then also all of My Hero.
All of My Hero. You watch all the movies?
Yeah, all the movies, but not the 4th movie yet.
Your next?
Yeah.
I want you to watch Blue Box and actually see how it is. Cause like I don't know, like romance to me is like one of those things that I'm a bit more nitpicky compared to isekai.
Because it kind of feels a bit longer.
Yes, that too, but there's also kind of like slice of life where they're kind of just like not doing anything.
Yeah.
Like the plot of like most romanticized guy fall in love with girl, and then the question, the interesting, the entertaining part is from the A and B is like how. And then I cannot stand the ones that are literally like nowadays we get a lot of gimmicky ones, like oh this girl cannot speak, oh this girl keeps forgetting the glasses, oh this one is this one cannot show any emotions, oh yeah this one's a bully, oh this one's a childhood friend, like a lot of those like gimmicky ones.
Like the ones that are made to set up
for something. But like when I watch it, like when I try to watch it, it's like gives me like
can't be
nothing. Is it like no? It gives me like I don't know. It's like not like interesting to watch. You know what I mean? It's like the most basic, most A and B. I like you. I also like you. Then they kiss. You know that kind of thing where it's like it's very simple. That's what I'm saying. I like my romance like a bit drama heavy, because also it took me a while to get like into the romance genre. That's why I'm like very quite nitpicky with my romance.
Also, question: do you think romance anime should just stick to just one season for simple stories?
I mean also depends on the manga and story itself, because if it's a simple story that can be finished under 12 episodes, I think that's fine. Because like another good example about this is like there's one that I watched but I also couldn't finish it, so I just read the manga. Is Toma-chan is a girl. Toma-chan is a girl that had 12 volumes. 12 or 18 volumes, if I'm not wrong. I've kind of seen it in libraries before, and then like that thing's finished up in one season, so I think that's okay. But like if it's like a big overarching story with like maybe the romance have like different parts and dramas, I think that one should be a 1 to 2 season thing. Another good example is I think the famous one is the Love is War. I like Love is War because it's smart, and also it's both being very explainy but also being very dramatic at the same time.
Yeah.
it's like especially like the announcer. It's like so they could be doing like a whole episode about like what character A, the guy finds a parcel. And then the parcel's from Amazon, and then the guy's like, the announcer goes like, okay, Amazon's basics. This is like a whole paragraph of explanation, like what is this? And then it just devolves into, something the character B bought, and then it's now a cat girl, and that kind of thing. Then it's like the most like I like those things where they explain, or like it has like some a gimmick that is one interesting, two that can be funny. At actually one of the romance animes that actually got me into the romance genre was Call of the Night, which is about
the vampire.
Yeah, which is about this guy and this girl who it turns out that she's a vampire, and then when she bit him, she says the blood tastes really good. But then the thing is, he after like learning that she's a vampire, he decides I want to be a vampire too. But then the only way to become a vampire is to fall in love with the vampire that bit you. And this guy basically has but I don't know what love is. And then basically this whole story, it's like this, like right now we're in season 2, which is so good. Season 2 is such a good season, but I know that it will probably wrap up in season 3, because I also was like, I have like somewhat predicted like, oh yeah, like because I read the whole manga from like beginning to end, so I already know like, okay, yeah, this one is definitely like a 3-season kind of thing. So probably by next season it will be like all the conclusions and some stuff like revealed and stuff. So yeah, I just want you to try to watch Blue Box, but it's also just because that anime is literally about basketball, badminton, basketball, badminton, and like gymnastics, the romance anime. But also like the big problem that I have with that one, you might know about it, but I just cannot stand the fact that this anime skips. I also actually thought like, because my friends were recommending me to this, like, oh, you should watch Blue Box. I'm like, that's a sports anime. I don't like sports. And then they're like, oh no, but then there's romance in it. And I see like so many people watching it on Instagram. I'm like, oh fine, I'll watch it. And then I watch it. I'm like, oh, it's actually pretty good. But then I think it was like, what episode was it? Like episode 9 to 10. Where it's like the guy was already like preparing, like, I'm gonna show off to my going to be girlfriend that I'm gonna be a better badminton player. And then they literally just, by episode 10, they kind of just skipped it. They kind of just skipped to the guy like, you have defeated me. And then I'm like, did I miss an episode? Wait, hold on. And then we went back to episode 9. Like, I like skip. Like, oh no, they really didn't like, what? They really didn't like put anything to their, like, the matches, which is one of the big things that they like, this whole like anime has like set up to be, I'm gonna show how much I can improve with the power of love. And then they don't show that. Like the only times where they really show them like actually playing basketball or playing badminton is when they were actually just training.
Yeah.
It's such a like, I don't know, it's such a missed opportunity also for me as an anime watcher, because I really thought like, oh, this is gonna be my gateway into sports. It's not.
Or have you tried getting into Haikyuu?
I might watch it, but also sorry, just to write one more thing. The character in Blue Box that the guy and the girl set up, I don't know why, but this girl, I cannot stand her. I cannot stand like the fact that she's like so plain compared to the losing hero. It's so sad. Like, okay, I'm not. Okay, this is fine.
Other than that, I don't really have any other.
Yeah, you watched Sakamoto Days, right?
Yeah, I did watch Sakamoto.
You watched season 2?
Haven't yet, but because I did read the manga, so.
Up to what?
I haven't up to like 200 something. But that one.
Have you watched the one that is like until Sakamoto infiltrated the school?
Infiltrated the school.
The assassin school.
Assassin school, yeah, I did read that.
Like after the one, like after they finish after they finish the exam and all that one. You watch that one?
I watched it.
Oh, you read? Okay.
I read that part. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't know, Sakamoto Days Sakamoto Days is really fun, but I'm also one of those shows where I'm like, oh, it's another power, kind of like almost
scaling.
like power scaling, power fantasy kind of thing. But also like they try to introduce like the elements that Sakamoto has something to protect. But it's kind of like, it's like if One Punch Man has a family, he'll always win. That kind of thing. But also like I really prefer. I'm actually just quite happy that at least one Shonen Jump, it's not Shonen Jump property that got me like excited to watch, because I know people like comparing that show to Spy Family, and I can say confidently that show is way better than Spy Family. Because the thing about like Spy Family, and I don't know why like shows now on the shows or like the things I've read or like watched on there's like, don't know why, like the Shonen Jump stuff, they always hook you in with like a plot with good action, or like a plot that is like somewhat like, oh, you need 5 to 10 people to fix, and like the power of friendship and stuff like that. But I don't know, they draw you in with that concept, but then after that they kind of just spiral out to slice of life and family stuff. Especially Spy Family. Like I'm like now the recent season, I'm really not watching it, even though Spy Family is number one popular, but also number two, my like second gateway anime.
Gateway?
Yeah. Like the first anime that I actually like watched, like sat down and actually started watching was Spy Family. And I really liked the beginning portion. And then you move to season 2, and then you're like, oh, the plot is not moving at all.
It's like stagnant.
Yeah, and I also like after I read the manga, and I have to say like the only time that I actually felt like, oh my god, I need to reread the manga, like start reading the manga again, was when I got a leak that apparently at one chapter like Anya finally gets involved, where it's like, oh, there's this terrorist group. I think the manga ones will know. Like there's this terrorist group that tried to hijack the bus, like containing like all the primary school kids, and like it wanted to like I don't know, like what's that, like explode or something, like like everybody will be grieving, everybody will be sad, and then eventually the school will close or something like that. And then like there's like the up to the end, like the cliffhanger was that Anya like this guy strapped one of the terrorists strapped the bomb on Anya's neck, and then like, oh my god, finally, stakes. And then you read the next chapter, and then Anya's just reading his mind, and then he literally just goes, yeah, the bomb's fake, man. I'm just like, oh, that was 1 week worth of anticipation gone for nothing. And I read, and then like, okay, just read up to like continuing like to read. I'm like, okay, they're dancing. Okay, Damien, the guy, is slowly falling in love with Anya. The guy's an alien. I'm like, what? they draw you in like with such an interesting premise, but the steps to get there is a slice of life comedy that like none of the characters, especially like the art, that kind of art style, especially for like Spy Family, is like not like there's like certain slice of life that I would consider good for slice of life. Like good art, number one of it is good art style. Like really, like the art style for Spy Family, I don't know why it's just like the most like, I don't know. It's like the jokes are there, they're slapping jokes, but it's really just Anya just making funny face, and then that's it. And they're like, oh.
Is it like a joke of the week?
Yeah, kind of like, oh, Anya can read minds,
like,
and then she's shocked. She's an assassin? What? That kind of thing. It's
like, oh, so funny. Okay, I'm gonna go cook.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, I don't know. I like also the latest one. Another one that I was actually quite interested in was this show called Witch Watch, where basically, I made a short about it. It's like there's this witch that decides to visit his childhood friend, who is also half ogre but doesn't look like an ogre. And then basically like there's this like, oh, the mother has like this fortune telling. It's the mother's a fortune teller, and then the curse is that she will die one day unless being protected. And then you need to make sure that the fate is able to change and whatnot. And then we see after the first season, we saw like, oh, okay, yeah, there is villains. There's actually thing after that. But after that, it turns into, let's gather all these characters. And now there are like 5 characters who we know very basic surface level. They do go in depth with some of the characters, but I feel like it's not enough for me to like feel something or a connection to these characters, and it just devolves into a slice of life. Haha, he magic goes wrong, and then I'm like, that's it. That's the show. Yeah, exactly. It's literally like a gimmick of the day. It's like really, this is a normal episode, by the way. It's like this person has a problem, like saying, oh no, I've run out of water. How do I fix it? Then the girl's like, don't worry, magic can help. Magic water. And then she drinks it. Then it's like, oh no, suddenly I'm super long or something like that. And then the rest of but we have school. Quick, we have to go to school. And then his body is like super long, like trying to hide it. And everybody's just reacting like, oh my god, he's super long. And then that's it. Like, no. And at the end of the day, it's like, don't worry, I'll fix it with my other magic thing. Sing. The end. That's a basic episode. Repeat that for season 2 for like 10 episodes where like nothing is happening. And they literally turn into a girl at one episode. I'm like, what is this?
Wow. Can you imagine someone actually watching that for like 2 seasons straight, 24 episodes each? Actually, now that I think
yeah, it's actually also because it was both of them. They both got 24 episodes each for a season.
Each season.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, that's wild to me. In the fact that it was okay in season 1 because it was like they had like the character, the boy character Morihito, he was trying to find out like, oh, maybe whatever, because it was interesting because of whatever hijinks did happen. It's like also he's like trying to figure out like, maybe this is like any day, like they could have, like especially in the beginning it was like any day you could feel like, oh, maybe after this the thing will happen, Nico will some terrible thing will happen. But in the end it's just like it just by after like they solve like what is like apparently it was like a little teaser, and after what in the end it just becomes just like a normal slice of life with a witch and 5 random characters. There's even a guy who is like a fanboy. No, fanboy. It's just a guy who's just a vampire. It's like there's one that's a vampire, one is a wolf, one is a tengu, and one is an ogre, and there's one that can turn into a cat.
Now that I think about it, I think that the way you describe the plot perfectly describes Red the Ghost.
Wait, what?
What? Like the MC always is never willing to confess to the heroine.
Oh.
For every single week, like the story for each week builds up to a premise where it's like the character is about to confess his feelings, but it never doesn't, and that continues for the entire manga.
Oh, yeah, because I did hear Rent Your Girlfriend, but I never actually like watch it. But I don't know, it's like those kinds of shows, like I feel like unless they have set it up as a show that's a slice of life, those shows cannot like I don't know, my those shows cannot go beyond. Like I don't get me wrong, I do like slice of life. I do like, but like only when the premise itself doesn't actually have. And it's a weird thing to me, but it's like if it has a plot, but the plot is not that deep. Like the two that is like the most recent that comes to mind that I really like is this slice of life. It's called Mono, where basically there's these two kids that used to belong to the photo booth club, and then it's like, okay, now our goal is to revive the club and also make as many memories as possible. Like that kind of plot where it's like it can go any direction. That one makes sense. Also because the artist is the artist behind Eurocamp. So is that Eurocamp, the one is the camping next to Mount Fuji, that one is that artist. That's why I'm like, That was a good one. Another one that is quite good is like I think it's quite the one is like almost like free rent, Dragon Maid.
Oh.
So it's like a slice of life about how this dragon talk with this person. And it's like really just a slice of life. That and it also has like cute scenes and then very good action, like free rent level of animation and action. That was quite good because it's also like there's like literally that one is literally just no plot. So like there's a difference. I don't know. It's like there's difference between some shows that I like that they interest me because of the plot, and there's also some that is just like there is a plot, but it's also it's kind of like at the back of their minds and like not. They are working towards it, but it's like very little steps. But if like those kinds of shows where it's like the plot is important for the show itself, I don't know why did they decide, you know what, let's just slice of life and it'll take like how many seasons to finally reach that point, you know?
Oh, it's quite interesting. But I think like at least for my opinion, I think those kind of shows that where they focus more on like the joke or the plot of the week shouldn't go more than like a season long.
Yeah,
or at
because
least 2 seasons seasons long, because I think it's gonna get very repetitive to the point, kind of like that.
But I think that's why also what, like at that point, that's one is like that one also based off also like the art style and also like how they deliver the jokes well. Because it's like to go back like Witch Watch and Spy Family, the thing about their like in terms of like art styles, they are very mature. Like in the terms of like it's not a chibi, it's not a comedy show, it's very serious. Whereas like slice of life that I've mentioned, Dragon Maid and Mono, is very, I would say almost chibi, but also very fun in a sense. Because I feel like if you did that, like that plot, like if we took Spy Family's plot of you need to you need to infiltrate the school and you need to take down the headmaster because the headmaster has some like World War III plans or something like that, and then like for that plot, if you put it in like say Dragon Maid or Dragon Maid's art style, I think that would be way better because then the slice of life portion would be more bearable in a sense, rather than compared to like a serious like, you know, every week Lloyd's making a or like Anya's making a face, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, in a way it should like be like take like an entire plot that moves forward, like builds on it, and then maybe split it up into like smaller chunks. Maybe that's how you progress each like a slice of life show without it feeling repetitive.
It's also a bit hard to like. Sometimes it's also a bit hard to watch slice of life, especially in those kind of sense, because it's like the joke gets very repetitive. The premise also somewhat gets very repetitive also. That's like
unless maybe it's like the plot is like very 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 simple, like it's mostly focused on just one thing. Like for example, maybe just cooking. Maybe if it's just like a person life in like how learning how to cook. Maybe it doesn't even need to have drama. You can just be focused on them learning the skills. And if it's just that, then maybe it doesn't need to. Maybe we can just cater more towards the ones that appreciate like full, pure slice of life, rather than trying to incorporate some sort of like joke or serious drama. Because otherwise, that's a bit of a risk as well. Because if you're gonna try to implement that at that point you have to advance the story forward, because conflict drives plot forward.
yeah, but also like I don't know. This is a bit. I also feel a bit hypocritical of me saying this because it's also like the plot that also doesn't like somewhat a plot that doesn't like have to. Also I think cooking shows like cooking anime, not food wars. I don't think I don't think people like as in like if it's a simple plot. I think like the one that come up like with food is like the Emiya family one, but there's also another Fate series one. But also right now I think the season 1 is season 2 of Campfire Skills in Another World, which is basically just this guy cooking for monsters. I think that was a kind of a cute.
Wait, another thing, but have you watched any shows where there's like literally no conflict at all between the characters or the plot?
I mean, I tried to watch Nichijou.
Wait,
Nichijou and the Ordinary City one.
Nichijou?
Yeah, the
Uh,
My Ordinary Days. Yeah, that one. I
so
watched.
this one. It's like the.
Yeah, I'll put on the screen. It's okay. I'll put on the screen.
So,
I tried to watch Nichijou. I couldn't. I don't know. Is it because of the jokes?
The jokes.
And the jokes.
Maybe.
Because the art style is like, the art style and the animation makes me want to laugh. But also, I don't know why, but the way that they landed the jokes just make me feel very mad. Like also the I tried to watch the city one.
Nichijou
Is
City.
Yeah. The city one.
City.
That's why I'm like, oh, City the animation. Yeah. That's why I'm like, oh.
The Oscar was
But also like, the author is the same. The jokes are the same. I don't feel anything.
Maybe this doesn't fit your style. I think the time where we find an author where it is not only just pure slice of life, but also have jokes that actually land very quickly. I think that's going to be a fan.
But I think that one, like, that if you're like, for me, that one is like Mono from Mono, the one the same author as Eurocamp, because that one at least the animation has chibi animations, and at least it's interesting because you get to learn some parts of Japan that I also didn't know. Like they had one whole episode, they were literally about talking about shaved ice and like the different kinds of shaved ice they have in Japan. Like different prefectures have different kinds of shaved ice and what the different flavors and fillings and whatever. Like that was interesting because it's that like at least it's like that one is like you get to learn something, and also it's a slice of life that is like the plot really doesn't move forward. I mean it moves forward, but it's just like very slowly.
Very slowly.
Yeah, and it's more, that shows really just more about like experiences
Experiences
in Japan essentially.
So it's just like discovering new.
Yeah, you discover like, oh my god, what is this thing? Then they're like, it's a curry, it's a chicken curry, but then there's also Indian curry. You know that kind of thing was like, I think I like some stuff with a bit of like educational stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
Or like they're like this is like I think one of the jokes they have is like this one character being super excited, like, oh my god, it's Mount Fuji! Can't you believe it, guys? It's the ultimate. It's Mount Fuji. It's right there. And then all the three characters like they're just looking at their phones, like, huh? Oh yeah, this is Mount Fuji. It's kind of hard to be excited though. Like yeah, it's like wait, why? It's Mount Fuji. It's like no, you know why? Because our house is literally right next to Mount Fuji, so you can see it outside the window every day. And then I'm like, oh, okay, that's a like funny joke. That's why I'm like, okay, I get it. Yeah. That's why I'm like, oh, okay. Like those kind of jokes, like I feel like they land quite well. While as Nichijou, it's kind of like, no, Nichijou, that one is like slapstick with like it's kind of a slapstick, but also like the one is like unexpected. Like I think the famous one is like the girl running, and after instead of jumping over the pole, she jumps under the pole thing. That kind of like unexpected comedy. That one is like the kind that I'm like, yeah, I don't really like connect to as much compared to like haha funny. The character says this character says something funny, they have the setup and it's funny.
I like the ones I think the jokes that are like made to be laughable.
Yes.
Rather than just jokes that are not made to be laughed, but since they make sense.
Yeah, they make sense. Like, oh, she's not athletic, she's gonna jump wrong. You know, that kind of like.
Yeah.
Those kind of jokes, those don't really land as well.
But ultimately, I think that's for other people. I think some people might be.
Yeah, comedy. Yeah, I mean it's like like a thing that is like comedy is subjective to anyone. I mean, you could find it funny, and I couldn't find it funny.
Yeah.
Or I could find it funny, and you couldn't find it funny. So the whole kind of thing, you know, it's like it's our opinion. It's like what makes this one good and what makes this one not good.
So I think we still have to continue exploring other anime as well because there's so many out there, and I think I mean like what anime do you want to try to like explore next, like in a sense? I think I really want to try to explore like, not isekai again because I'm not really interested in that.
Not into fantasy.
But mainly like stories that really focus more on just characters talking as they explore, like a pure science of life. Like I remember that there was this one show that Gig Up recommended in one of his videos where about these two characters where they just go to schools at nighttime and they just like walk and just talk about life things along the way. And I thought I found that premise to be kind of interesting as well. So other shows like that, and also other shows that mainly have very simple, mostly focus on just other things like cooking, surfing, or any other simple activity, and then make an entire show about it.
I mean, there's also one. There's like girls lifting dumbbells. Have you seen that one? There's what's that? I think there's a genre for that. Like there girls. I know there's one about girls lifting dumbbells, but I don't know. I haven't watched it. Then I know cooking ones definitely have a lot, like the isekai, but like also like in terms of like characters ones, the only really one that I really just watch is the Takubi one, but I also know that that's not yours. It's like that's not your good sip of tea.
Yeah, I only watch those type of shows where I'm like have like that type of
mindset.
Yeah, mindset.
A certain mindset.
It's kind of like Good Night Cookbook.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think Good Night Kunku is actually a good thing.
It's kind of similar to Takubi.
For me, I think I want to try like an anime that I want to try to get into. It's most likely sports, but also I don't know. That's a thing that I haven't, because like I've like since when I like started this crazy journey, like since when I was Sec 3, I've been trying to watch not watch every show, but any show that I think to me is interesting or like is interesting, but then also like have a premise that is also also interesting. So I kind of watch mostly every genre except sports.
I think.
But that's why I really thought that Blue Box. So going back, I really thought Blue Box was gonna be the one, but it's not. But also another one I want to try is Gundam.
Gundam? Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I know that one is more of like politics and world building, and I have watched G-Quacks, but like
Evangelion.
Yeah, or like Evangelion. But I know Evangelion is kind of also psychological.
Yeah, it's like very psychological.
Yeah, and then also Gundam G-Quacks. The characters are kind of just okay. We really only knew about like the main character, but like really any other character, like we're just like very little about. That's why I'm like I want to try watching other shows, but at the same time, I also don't really know what other shows to watch. Because like okay, the mecha genre is like to me is they have to insert politics and slight world building to also make it interesting, rather than because if not, it's just gonna be Star Wars.
Or maybe just
just Star Wars going pew 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 with big robots.
Or maybe if you can try going the entire opposite spectrum and just go like full craziness and over the top, like in dialogue. Because I remember there was like one show that Giga also recommended, this Gundam show, but the show is very wacky and over the top. I can't remember what it was, but I think that also might also make it more interesting as well. If you want one spectrum where it's like the Gundam show is quite drama and very political and very also psychological, focus more on the themes of identity and of politics, and then you have the other spectrum where it's like you say, you know what, screw it, let's just go accept the fact that we are
is it Gurren Lagann? Is it that?
It's kind of like that. But
have you watched Gurren Lagann?
No. But I do know the premise is like kind of like robot fun or something. It's mostly just about fun. If you want drama or you want fun, I think that's either two of those spectrums might fit the Gundam genre.
Because if it's fun, it's like, it's kind of like second month content. We just like watch it, just do something. But then it's like, if it's interesting, like we just have to like walk in, like wait, this thing has to make sense now because this show. Because the thing that I like I can't stand also if it's like just too much dialogue. If it's like too much exposition, it's like if it's like an A and B character just like talking like this world has this kind of politic and then these are the things and like it goes on for like half the episode and then the next episode they just like time to fight.
Yeah.
Like kind of thing is like okay.
You need to find that balance between fun and drama as well.
Yeah.
How many other have I watched? I think that's all of the anime that I've watched.
Okay.
There's others that I have watched but I'm putting on hold.
Oh, why putting on hold?
Firstly is Bakuman, Black Lagoon, Varian, Vigilantes, 100 Girlfriends, Eminence in Shadows, and this one, I think it's the Red Ranger.
The Red Ranger one?
I actually find that interesting because Power Rangers is one of my childhood shows, so I'm quite interested to see.
Oh, which Power Ranger have you watched?
Samurai.
Actually. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I'll bring that next time when we talk.
Okay.
Actually, going back in China, I actually bought a samurai because right now is the 50th anniversary of Power Rangers, like for Sentai, and then I literally bought. I bought 2 rings that are the most important right now.
Which one?
First ring that I bought was Go Unja, or in the English one is RPM.
RPM getting killed.
Yeah.
I watched the English version.
Yeah, and then the other one I bought is Shinkenger, aka
Samurai.
I bought that one. The ring is.
You have it?
I have it. I have it at home. I'm gonna show it next time. But I guess that wraps up Talken Stuff episode 3. And right now we're gonna make another video talking about one of our favorite shows, My Hero Academia. So if you wanna watch that, you can click the video right after this. Okay, anything else you wanna say?
Nothing else.
Alright, okay. So see you in the next one. Bye.